We is live. Lucious Wins Podcast, episode 5. I'm Pandemic Proof Lou. And my guest today is my brother. I call him Big Cuz. I've known this man for about 20-something years.
Yeah.
The first time I met this man was at a house party.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude pulled a butterfly knife on me and scared the shit out of me. Just trying to get the effect out of me. Love this dude to death. Day one, 10 toes down. My big cuz, Quinton, they call him Q. What's good, sir?
What's happening, man? What's happening?
What's good, man?
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Proud of you, man.
Bro, you know I had to get y'all on here. I don't give a fuck if you're entertainer or not. Like, I had to have y'all on here, man.
Yeah.
Y'all the reason why I am the way I am today, man. So I swear to God, man. Like, for real.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, you got an interesting story. We're kind of intertwined in that damn story somehow, some way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Out of all the people in Europe, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and you have probably seen each other probably more than a lot of them cats that don't live in the same area or whatever. So
yeah.
I always thought it was important to, man, make sure I show love to y'all, man. So
yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me on here, man. Yeah, we go back, you know what I'm saying, like 4 flats on the Cadillac, you know what I mean?
Man. Yeah. Go back to Germany, sir. How many years were you in Germany?
How many years was I there?
Yeah, how many years were you in Germany?
So it was a couple of rounds, right? So the first time I went to Germany was from 90 to 93. You know what I'm saying? Then we moved to Georgia because they closed down our base in Germany called McKee Barracks. It's in Kreuzheim, Germany.
Okay.
And then we moved from Georgia back to Germany. So that was from 98. I was there from 98 to 2004.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a good stretch. You know?
98 to, I got there at 99.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, now, because a lot of people, when you talk about Europe and being in Germany, first question they ask, do you speak German?
Speak German. I know enough to get me in trouble. I know enough to keep me out of trouble too.
Word.
You know, I'm not fluent in it at all, but I know when whenever they speaking, you know, some issues or whatever, it's time to get up out of there.
Hey, I didn't learn nothing.
Yeah.
I ain't speak no German.
Now I'm rusty as hell. Like I don't, you know, of course we've been in the States. Well, I've been in the States since 2004, so but I know a little bit.
Yeah. So what was that experience like to you?
It was great. You know, I'm looking at it from the lens of a 36, 37-year-old now, right? I think it broadened my perspective on life. I don't fit in any sort of box, you know what I mean? Like, let me expand on that. We live in the South, very conservative South, right? I'm in Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? You in Kentucky. Right. And you know what I mean by when people are in a box, you know what I'm saying? Either in your neighborhood, you believe what mom and daddy didn't taught you, you believe what your grandma done taught you because they said certain things to you, and you take that as the Bible. Yeah. Me and you, we have the pleasure, the experience of being able to live abroad and see different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? So living in Europe, we see how Americans are viewed abroad, right? You know, we see shit, we lived through 9/11 overseas. Right. And life was different. You know what I'm saying? Like I hear stories about cats in the States, how 9/11 was, we were on lockdown for real.
100%.
You know? And you know, it really brought home that, you know, we Americans overseas, you know what I'm saying? And, but I loved it in Europe. You know, we used to go anywhere we wanted to, especially when I got my license, man. Just it wasn't nothing to take off and go to another country.
Right. Do you feel like that? I always feel like living in Europe was the closest thing to freedom I have ever experienced in my life. Do you feel that way?
Absolutely. I mean, now granted, I had a curfew. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our circle didn't. Ooh. But you know, I look back and I think like, shit, man, we used to walk everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Like I'll literally leave home. Let's say it's in the summertime. I'll leave home about 10 o'clock in the morning. I won't be back to about midnight, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And we out doing whatever. What's on the plate today,
And see, that shit was crazy because my parents, I had a curfew, but that shit was early than the motherfucker. Like, it was like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't get to experience that life until like probably my junior year high school.
See, my curfew, like, when I started going out and everything, my curfew was about 11, like on, non-school nights. But as I got older, so from like freshman to junior year, it was 11. And then from junior up until I turned 18, it was like midnight. And then once I turned 18 in April. So I was out, we was in the street. So I might come home.
I mean, a lot of people have never been anywhere. You know what I'm saying? They haven't been abroad.
Yeah.
What was that like? Like the party scene, the club scene. What was that like?
It's crazy. Like some of the things that we saw over there. Now, granted, Europe, well, more specifically, Germany is a very, at least where we were, it was a very liberal place. In comparison to the States, like you can literally forget the parties. You come home after school, watch MTV, and somebody, is nude on TV. So that's how liberal it was, and they didn't think anything of it. It's like whatever.
I think because over there they take they didn't show a lot of guns and stuff on TV.
That's a fact.
They didn't show a lot of guns, but you could see some nudity on TV.
Yeah, I mean, you go to the gas station and it's right there. So right next to the gun.
They ain't got no black wrap on it. Like, it's right there. It's raunchy, nasty stuff.
Yeah. So with that being said, you're being sculpted into that mindset of it's free. So when you go to the party scenes, it got very it was very rambunctious, you know what I mean?
To say the least.
Yeah, it was good. What I'm saying? I definitely miss it,
Yeah, me too.
If I could go back, I would definitely visit. I don't think I'll live, of course, but I'll definitely visit.
Yeah, I mean, I could live there. I always wanted to move back. I just felt like it was just so peaceful. But I don't know how it is now compared to what it was, but we were getting shit late.
Yeah.
That kind of drove me crazy as a kid, but I think now
you got the internet, everything is right then and there.
Yeah, you have the patience now to deal with it. But
that's crazy. Back in the day, we used to wait 3 months for a movie. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And they sold it to us like it was new.
Yeah. But it wasn't them high movie prices and stuff. So
yeah, it was like $3.
And the cuisine, the food. I miss the food.
Food was great. Everybody go to is the gyros, right?
Yeah, man. If you never had food from a place where they say, it's one thing to have a gyro in Chicago or a gyro in Kentucky. It's another thing to have it where they started it at.
Facts. And even then, I love to go to the Mediterranean where it really started, or down.
Right.
I don't know about the Middle East, but I like the Mediterranean where it started. But I mean, we got it from cats that was from Iraq, or Saudi or whatever. They fled their country, set up shop in Germany, and it's real lamb. Like out here, they mix it with beef, I guess, because it cuts the price. But out there, it was straight up real lamb. That's why it doesn't taste the same out here. You get some good ones. You can get some good ones.
Look the same. Like it's just a different beast out there.
Yeah, I mean the flavor. I mean, and that's just we're talking about non-German food in Germany, right? So if you get German food, schnitzels or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Those were great.
It's a beautiful time, man. Like looking at the castles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was different, bro.
It was humbling too, Like I said, I'm looking at it now from a 37-year-old lens, you know what I'm saying? We forget, what time we're in, you know what I'm saying? Right. We take it for granted. But, I mean, you can't go out here in the States and see a castle. We don't have any castles out here. Right. But you go out there you see castles. Every other city there's a castle.
Bro, our senior prom was on a boat.
Yeah, we was on a boat.
On the Rhine River.
Yeah.
Like, how cool is that? Like, when we were going through it, you just take it for granted.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff I took for granted. Like, I was fortunate enough to go to a concentration camp.
Yeah, I went too. Which one you go to? I went to.
I don't even remember, bro. I didn't care enough to remember.
Yeah, we went to. Now I don't think we went the second time I was in Germany. The first time I was in Germany, we went to Dachau.
Okay.
And
I think we went to Auschwitz or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
Yeah.
That shit is humbling.
Bro.
What's crazy? What makes us different? And I can't. I don't know about our other brothers and sisters that was in Germany with us. I've never been to any of the slave spots out here, but I've been to the concentration camps in Germany.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, I guess we're in the South. Technically, everything out here is slave shit.
So, that Walmart used to be slave land.
Semantics. We built this motherfucker. But anyways, in Germany, man, you go to a concentration camp and you see the ovens or the mass graves and shit. Fam, that is humbling. Like,
it's humbling. Like, I didn't understand it. Just because I don't know what it was about me. Like, I don't think my dad preached like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X and stuff like that, but he never like went in detail to like how other people's struggle was. So to get over there and see that, and live through that, it's just like, this is crazy.
And also, it kind of changes your way of, well, not really changes your way. It for us, our way of thinking in the States is different from cats that never been, moved around with the military, right? So when we hear about things like different social issues out here, be it the Confederate flag, be it whatever, and they're saying, they'll say, we can't just, get rid of this because it's history. Like, fam, I was overseas.
Right. If you throw a Nazi sign, nigga, you're going to jail.
I double dare you to throw a Nazi sign. I double dare you. You couldn't even name your kids Adolf over there, Hitler or whatever.
You couldn't even have a mustache.
Facts. Like, they buttoned that shit up. They put it in the museum. They said, yeah, we screwed up twice.
It started 2.1. But they hold up to it though. But like being over there, the German people couldn't have been nicer though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they weren't hateful people. They wasn't, they were very.
I loved it. I loved it. Now, of course, we get into the weeds. The younger German cats were the best.
What's up, Mike? Go ahead, bro.
The younger German populace was great because they were just like us, what I'm saying? We kids out in the streets, what I'm saying? We learning from one another. That's when you get to the older generations, though, it's kind of like,
remember.
It's
kind of like being in Tulsa or something, and they remember that shit. They just passed it down. They didn't say nothing about it.
That's a fact, They weren't too cool, especially if our skin looked like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's everywhere though. That's everywhere.
But I noticed over there, they were kind of intrigued by they were kind of intrigued by black people, black American people.
Yeah. I think the world is.
I don't know if it was a trophy thing.
Look at the skin.
But like, no, but our swag was different. You could tell we were American. Because they tell you over there, they're like, yo, get over there, don't act American.
You remember our senior year, we went to, of course, everybody that's from Baumholder know, we went to London,
right?
For our senior trip. And like you said, when you travel, hey, don't dress all, don't wear your NFL shit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We went to, TGI Fridays, you know what I mean? And one of the cats came out, we just in there just shooting the shit. And one of the cats came out, hey, man, y'all American? And, in the background, you hear nothing but British people,
Right.
And, all of a sudden, you just hear this American cat walk up. It was refreshing. But it's crazy. Like you said, we stick out like a sore thumb.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then we was young. So, like, we didn't get no fuck.
We didn't get 10 fucks. I think I almost got into a fight with a guy in London.
Paris was mine. Like I was like, nigga, I don't know.
Yeah, the African cats was aggressive trying to sell.
Yeah, them cats in Paris was like, yo, I was like, this shit got real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, Paris though, man. London was cool, and I loved London because of just how they had it set up. Where we went to the, we had our little bed and breakfast spot that we had.
But check this out. What did we do? The first thing we ate when we got to London.
We went to KFC because we ain't had it.
KFC, bro.
In London.
Everybody had a bucket.
Yeah. Everybody had a bucket.
We hadn't had KFC in forever, bro. So like,
that's wild. That's wild when you think about it. Like, usually you get a combo meal or whatever. Like it's 6, 7 of us, and we all had our own bucket.
We had a bucket of chicken. Like everybody had a bucket of chicken.
Yeah.
London.
Smashed too.
Bro.
Yeah, man.
It was delicious. My homie BJ just said he was just in Germany. He's like they stopped being so nice, the German people.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did, man. After like 9/11 and the Iraq shit, like I can see how they didn't care for American people.
Well, I think a lot of times, and people, and like I said, going back to what I was saying before, you see people in their own boxes, right?
Right.
When you go to Germany, what matters to them is who's actually leading us, right? So you think back, who's the last president in the last 4 years? We assholes to everybody in the world.
Yeah.
They laughed that nigga out of the UN.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing.
Right.
If I have American pride, we're talking about this thing called nationalism, right? That's embarrassing. But that's me thinking of how are we viewed abroad, right? You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we may be able to regain some of that. I bet during the Obama years, or even, it wasn't that bad during the Clinton years.
No.
When Bush became president, it started getting shaky.
But they had a motherfucker throw a shoe at him. So you already knew what was up.
On TV.
Man. And then he got the other one too.
Yeah, my Cedric voice. I got my wife out here and everything.
Man.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy. But what did you learn from that experience in Europe at that time? Because like 9/11 was crazy, man. Because I remember I was at football practice.
Yeah.
So 9/11 happened about 9 o'clock in the morning, right?
Probably. I didn't hear about it until after school though. So
yeah. So we were out of school by then. It was probably
it was 9 o'clock in the morning here.
Yeah.
3 or 4 over there.
Yeah. So like
So
we heard about it. We were in the middle of football practice, bro. So here's the thing. We were gonna go to Italy to play a team, right? That's how we traveled. You know what I'm saying? Like we traveled like rock stars.
Mm-hmm.
So the first year we got to go to Italy. We got to go to Italy. Italy was dope. They gave us a week off from school. Yeah. We had a plane. It was all the football team on the plane. We get to go. So the second year, they're like, yo, we playing Italy again. We're going over to Vincenza, and we're going to play them. And it was like, all right, cool. So we got that shit circled on our calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Because the year before, we went to Italy and we went to England.
Yeah.
So the week we're about to go to Italy, and they got all the like our itinerary and all that stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
So we're practicing, right? And the coach pulls us all to the side. And yeah, Kashif was there. Kashif, he was like, I practiced with you. They canceled it. Yeah, they canceled the fuck out of it. They didn't really let us know in detail what's going on. They were like, somebody just blew up some buildings. And I'm like, yo, where the World Trade Center's at? I'm a senior in high school. I don't have a clue about the World Trade Center.
That's real.
That's where I was at mentally.
Yeah.
Just letting you know, I was 2K and Madden. I didn't care.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where are they at? Are they in Chicago? Whatever. They were like, yo, we got to cancel practice. And the buses stopped running. So we had to walk home.
Ugh. Okay.
Yeah. So when we got to base, they were like tanks.
Locked down. Yeah.
Tanks and shit.
Yeah. Full battle rally.
Bruh.
Yeah.
You talking about not knowing what the fuck is going on? Like, I didn't have a clue.
And really to paint a picture, like, we was in Germany, I'm talking about everything up to 9/10, right? So September 10th. Leading up to that, you almost forget that you're on a damn base. You know what I'm saying? Like you see cats in BDUs and all that in their uniform and all that, you know what I'm saying? But it's the way of life. We're so used to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like me seeing a cop almost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, fast forward a day. 9/11,
Right.
9/11, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, so we got out of school. Usually our routine, and anybody that's listening, you know, that used to be in Germany, we got on the bus. We didn't take the school bus. We used to get on the shuttle bus, right? We walked all the way down the hill to get on the shuttle bus, and we go on post. Now, me personally, I used to work at Popeyes. So once we got to Popeyes, what I usually do, my schedule, I usually start work at 4. You know what I'm saying? So I had about 30 minutes, give or take. Me and everybody that used to work at Popeyes, we used to sit there, we'd get our food, and then we go to work. You know what I mean? All of a sudden I hear, yo, somebody blew up the World Trade Center. I'm with you. I didn't know what the fuck a World Trade Center was. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 16, 17-year-old kid, whatever age I was in 2001. Then somebody came up and like within 15 minutes said, yo, somebody blew up the Pentagon. And in my mind, I'm like, who the fuck walked in the Pentagon? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the Pentagon. Right. Nobody said anything about planes. And then, you know what I'm saying? If you remember back in the day at Popeyes, they had that big screen TV and old school big screen TV. It was a big ass box that took up a whole wall. They changed it to the channel. I think it was on Fox or something. And then all of the it was on AFN, but it was playing Fox News.
Right.
Let me clarify there. They were showing, the smoke coming from the towers. And I mean, I remember it felt like hour after hour, there was always something coming up, like a tower collapsed and all that stuff. But as soon as we saw it, we were like, shit, we going to war, fam. Like, that's it.
They canceled school for like 3 days.
3 days. Yeah, we was on lock. We was on curfew. We never seen barriers up before until that day, right? So we didn't get the word that they were closing posts until like 7, 8 o'clock that night. But we knew they were going to close, but we just had to wait for the post commander to pass down word.
Yeah, but, and it was weird. It was weird after that. That's our senior year. Like that is what made our senior year.
Yeah, like I said, everything up to 9-10. You know what I'm saying? You forget that, you're in Germany. Everything's cool.
Yeah.
9/11 going forward. Hey, everything locked down. I never seen
actually checking ID cards because back then they didn't really check every.
They used to pull. They randomly pulled you over to search your vehicle. Everybody, don't care who in the car. Everybody get your baby
out bomb shit. Like
get your baby out the car too, because we about to search this shit.
Yeah.
We never seen them actually put weapons on top of Humvees.
Right. Yep.
Scratch that.
They had the big guns out there.
Yeah, they had the big guns out there.
They were saying that we were next.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand none of that shit.
We was on curfew. The whole post was on curfew for at least 3 days. Like we couldn't even go downtown. Like downtown was shut down.
Right.
Or shut down to us. We couldn't leave post. Put it that way.
Yeah. So our senior year, and then we go on our senior trip. And it was still 9/11 in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know what the hell is going on. We also had to worry about mad cow disease. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember Burger King didn't have any goddamn.
Ain't no hamburgers, bro.
I'm sitting there like, man, give me a chicken sandwich.
That's why we bought the buckets. That's why we went to KFC because we knew they had chicken.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. And then we graduate. We go our separate ways.
Yeah,
I remember there was a conversation. I don't know if you remember this, but the teachers were asking us what we were going to do after high school, right? Now, here's I wanted to go to Grambling State University.
Right.
I wanted to go there. I thought it was a dope school or whatever.
Yeah.
Problem is, I didn't apply for that shit. I just said I wanted to go there.
Yeah.
Right? So when we get around, they're asking all the seniors, and mind you, our school was small. It wasn't a big school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was what? 8 through 12?
Yeah, it was 8 through 12. We had about 300-400 people in there.
Yeah.
That's actually being.
So our senior class probably like 30 people.
Yeah. Because we what?
And like the seniors, you know what I'm saying, what they're gonna do. And my dumb ass opened my mouth. I was like, yo, I'm gonna go join the army. Trying to make it seem like I had a plan. I ain't had no fucking plan. I was just like, I don't fucking know. Like, okay. I was happy to be at school.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have a plan. Yeah, like you said, I was happy to graduate. It's I remember senior year like it's yesterday.
Oh, bro, senior year was so fun.
Especially the last day of senior year when we not graduation, but when we actually signed out of school.
Yeah. Just walking out.
That was like
time.
That was like what, the same week of graduation, or maybe a little, maybe the week before.
Yeah, it was the week before. We had a week off.
Yeah.
And all that goofy shit.
Like I was a knucklehead, so I lit up a black, on my way out. Hey, I had my paper, you know what I'm saying? Like they gave me the little sheet. I went to all of my classes. I knew which ones I needed, which ones I didn't, because I definitely didn't have straight A's. The ones that I didn't need, them shits was my planning period.
Bro, we used to skip. I know my senior year, bro. I skipped so many goddamn classes. Like if I didn't need it, I didn't need it.
Now, I wasn't a skipper though. I never, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I never done. I never really.
I literally went to work. Like it was on some weird shit where I was like, I'm just not gonna go to this class, but I'm gonna schedule myself for work, and I'll just go to Taco Bell and make gorditas and shit.
I did that. I forgot the name of that class that Miss Moran had, where I think it was CWE or something like that.
Yeah. When you leave work, you even go to work.
I was already working at Popeyes, so I was like, yo, I'm just gonna go to work.
I used to love that. Go to work at 2 and then get off at whenever the fuck they close.
Oh yeah, OT was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
But
so we graduate 2002.
Yeah.
Everybody goes their separate ways. You stay in Germany.
Yeah,
I leave and I join the military. Then what happened to you?
So, what, after I stayed, or
after you stayed?
All right. So after I stayed, because I stayed there about 2 years after graduation, and then I applied for school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I went to MTSU here in Tennessee.
Yeah.
It was cool, but it was kind of like I felt out of place too. You know what I mean? Because like my freshman year, I'm 20.
Right.
I'm saying all these other cats coming fresh out of high school with their ideas and bullshit. So I'm sitting there like, all right, man. I feel like I feel like I got held behind. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, for sure. And I joined the military.
Yeah. So now one thing that this thing that they call Facebook happened to come out the same year that I moved out here, right? So that was 2004, and that's when I start connecting with people. At first, it was just for, at least they said it was just for people that was in school. So I had MySpace and Facebook at the time. You know what I mean? So
Chris? Christian Price.
Mr. Price.
I'm gonna get you on the show, bro. I swear to God. I'm gonna hit you up as soon as we done with this shit.
But after that, you know what I'm saying, I went to school, you know what I mean, through valleys and peaks, you know what I'm saying, scratched and crawled my way through school. And then I went to work.
I can dig it. So I did my military shit, right?
Yeah.
I got in the military. I start linking back up with people because here's the thing about Europe that people don't know. Back in the day, when you used to leave, you just used to leave. You might run into people.
Yeah,
you might. If your parents were stationed at the same base or whatever, you might run into people.
Yeah.
But most of the time, those were just memories that you really couldn't share with nobody. So that was the beauty in Facebook or whatever. But I remember you know what I'm saying? We always kept in touch, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And you invited me to be a groomsman in your wedding.
Yes, sir.
So you and your wife have been married for how long now?
Shit, put me on the spot. What's this? 2021. So we're going on 11 years.
11 years, bro.
September 11. Yes, sir.
I remember that because Miami played Ohio State and they got their ass whooped, and I was sitting watching it.
Yeah.
Hiding the motherfucker.
Yeah, I was with you.
Sitting there in the little room waiting.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there wondering if your mom knows I'm high.
Yeah. I was with you. Shit.
I wonder if that's the only worry on my mind. I was like, I wonder if Miss Dorris knows I'm high right now.
Nah, she was worried about me probably.
Yeah. Or in your wedding, you get married, man.
Yeah.
There's some beautiful shit. You've been with your ever since.
Yeah.
What is the key to that, man? What is the key? Because I always look at you as an example of what a good relationship is. Because you had both of your parents, like we were talking earlier. Your dad was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And he worked with my stepmom. Your mom was cool. They always looked over me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where did that come from? Like just keeping the bond relationship together. Because I know relationships are hard.
Yeah. With me, you know what I'm saying, I look at my parents as an example, really, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my friends and shit, America comes from broken homes, you know what I'm saying? So well, that's one thing that they value. I mean, they've gone through their trials and tribulations and everything, but they value, you know, keeping the family, the familial dynamic together. So being that, you know what I'm saying, they've served as a template to what I feel is, you know, a good foundation to keep a marriage together. And one is communication, man. Like me and my wife, now me personally, I'm an introvert, you know what I'm saying? My wife, she never met a stranger. She's an extrovert, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, right there's the yin and the yang. And early on, you know what I'm saying, I never been able to, I had a challenge of articulating myself to her of like what I like, what I don't like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, over the years, you just got to talk and, you know, work shit out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because oftentimes, a lot of the arguments is just a misunderstanding, you know?
Right.
Where, you know, she thinks I think one thing and I think she think another thing, and now neither one of us has said a damn thing to each other. We're talking around each other, not talking to each other.
Right.
Also, you know, we're both big on loyalty. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just something, you know, she got the same friends that she had from high school. I got the same friends I got from high school. You know what I'm saying? This, you know, as far as our tight circle. And you know, we have that together. And the last thing is, you know, knowing where you want to go in life. Period.
Right.
You need to have that conversation with whoever it is that your significant other is. You know, if you guys are going on separate journeys and you're going parallel to one another, eventually the roads are going to turn, and you're either going to be with that person or, you know, you're going to go separate ways. And you know, we've always been lockstep in terms of where we want to be, you know, what our goals are. We plan out short-term, long-term goals. And we talk that shit. We talk that sense when we didn't have anything. You know, down to having a 2-bedroom apartment, 800 square feet, you know, we were talking goals, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, ever since then, you know, we've always, even, you know, when it came down to where we're at the lowest of our lows, hey, keep your eye on the prize. You know what I'm saying? I believe in you. You know, we encourage each other and all that stuff. So, man, it's been a great ride, you know, and hopefully many more.
I can dig it. Because I always look, so a lot of my married friends, I'd rather not be around them. I ain't gonna sit here and bullshit you. I'd rather not be around a lot of my married friends.
Yeah.
Not because they're lame, just because I'm just like,
Yeah.
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 You and Stephanie, I love being around y'all because y'all used to allow me to meet.
Yeah. Because we allow each other to be ourselves too.
Right.
Like, you know, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure anybody that knows us, you know, we're in an interracial relationship. And one thing that I detest is, well, any relationship, is when you lose yourself into the other person. I hate seeing that for a person, because at the end of the day, let's say, you know, something happens, God forbid, and you're on your own. Okay, now you lost. You know what I'm saying? You gotta climb out that hole that you put yourself in and figure out who you are. You know what I mean? And that's one thing that we kept strong is you are you and I am me. You know, there's Q and Steph, but then there's the Dorris family, right? But you know, there's Q and Steph. And you know, she, you know, in a interracial relationship, you know, oftentimes you see one side or the other trying to be the other said side or the other, right? You know, how you talk, how you whatever. that's something I always detested, and that's something I always cherished between us, where it never been like that. You know, I'm probably one of the most militant Black people that I know. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And she lets me be that. You know what I mean? And she's not out here trying to be all ratchet and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? She's who she is. You know what I'm saying? You know, she's not trying to, you know, act like she's somebody who she's not. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that's
100%. Stephanie is Stephanie.
Stephanie is Stephanie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Guess what?
I love y'all to death because, like I said, even because there's a lot of times where you go out with different couples and shit, and like me, I was hell bent on being single to the end.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
and look at you now.
Hey man, look at me now.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. I'm actually happy. So I'm happy with one person.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful shit. But I appreciate y'all for allowing me to be me.
Yeah, man.
Even when I was wild. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for something to take home after the night. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, hey, take some home after the night. I'm like, fine.
And nobody's judging you. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
man, you want to live in a world where you don't get judged for being you. Because people understand who you are and what you're going to do. It wasn't like I was on some malicious, crazy shit.
Right.
Hey, fuck you, BJ. This nigga said Buddy got locked down. Fuck this nigga. I'm just playing, babe. I'm pretty sure she's watching. I'm just playing. I'm locked down. Handcuffs.
Yeah. Me too. You know what I'm saying? I joke with my wife. I'm like, she got the receipts because we got 2 kids together. So I ain't doing the fucking thing.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, it takes some time. And relationships are difficult, man. Because I'm so used to being in my box. You know what I'm saying? Well, it wasn't like I was enjoying single life more so for the peace.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And when you can find peace with somebody else, it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't just being single just to be like, yo, I'm smashing her. Like, nah, that wasn't what it was. It was more peaceful.
Yeah. And like I said, you got to find somebody that want to go on that journey with you, a peaceful journey with you. You got some people that only know how to be a hell raiser. Why? Because mom's was a hell raiser or dad was a hell raiser. You know what I'm saying? Well, when you find somebody that, you know, that has that zen about them, you know what I mean? Right. Or they're comfortable. It's not even really zen. You ain't got to be, you know, all, you know, no personality or anything like that. But if somebody is comfortable in their own damn skin and able to maneuver in this thing we call life, that's a beautiful fucking thing. And you want a piece of that. You know what I mean? And that's what really attracts people to people. You know, of course, you see people, the aesthetics and all that, but usually that's temporary. But when you see how somebody can maneuver life beautifully, you know what I'm saying? Oftentimes that attracts you to that person. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. Yeah, man. I always look at y'all as like, yo,
now don't gas us up. You know what I'm saying? We did.
No, I'm gassing y'all the fuck up, nigga. I was at the wedding, goddamn. Like I wasn't like, you know, there's some weddings you go to, you be like, man, this shit ain't gonna work. Like, I don't even know why I'm here right now. We could have did this shit over Zoom or something.
Yeah, it was like, man, he was with 5 bitches last night. Why are we here?
Man.
Yeah.
I remember. Like, check this out. I was at a wedding one time. The night before, we was at the strip club, fucking with bitches. Like that's what we was doing.
Yeah.
And he was the culprit. He was the main one.
Yeah.
And like. It was just like, yo, this shit ain't gonna work, man. We over here faking this shit. You know what I'm saying? But there was, you know what I'm saying? And going to y'all's wedding, it was like, yo, they really enjoy each other's time, you know what I'm saying, each other's company.
Yeah, and that was one thing about, you know, people that we invited to the wedding. This was our support system.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where be it as family or friends. You know, all of her friends that came out, you know what I'm saying, they knew us when we first started dating and stuff. So, you know, it's important to us to, you know, make sure that we bring out people that supported us from jump. Um, you know, and that I think in return that helped encourage us that we're good, we're locked in, you know, because without that foundation of a support system, man, this world will eat your ass up. And especially, you know, you got two people that really, you know, I mean, when we got married, I think we was what, our mid-20s or something like that. So we really didn't know who we were, right? You know what I'm saying? We thought we were doing the right thing, you know. I think we did the right thing, but I mean, at the time, you know, we're just trying to maneuver, you know, and not, you know, not get swallowed by this wave. You feel me? So it was good. It was important to have a support structure that affirmed that, yeah, y'all two are good. Y'all locked in.
And another thing y'all don't do is put all your fucking business on social media.
Nah. Me personally, I believe in protecting my business, fam.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
mama always ask me, they be like, yo, you gonna post your girlfriend? You gonna nah, bro. We straight, like what the motherfuckers that no. Like, I'm not just saying it just to be saying it. Like, why would I lie about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Why would I lie about that?
Yeah, like I'll post my kids every now and again, but
but it's not every day. I don't want to do the 10-year kid challenge. Like, that's corny to me.
Nah, it's just, you know, in my own sick, twisted way, it's kind of like proof of life. Yeah, they still here. They doing things. They still cute, and we move on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not, I can't do the, you know, it's damn near a journal what people be doing. You know, we doing this, we doing that, we here. I'm like, all right. You know, I like doing check-ins every now and again.
Yeah, and I learned that the people that be like, hey, have the best husband ever, that when people are going through the most problem.
You already know. Yeah.
That when the people that are like, yo, this shit is ruined right now. Y'all are just still trying to figure out how to keep it together.
Yeah. Well, you always got to show, you know, the thing is that everybody don't really give a damn about your business. You know what I'm saying? So when you put your business out there, you know, you're buying or you're letting people buy into your bullshit. And then what ends up happening is, you know, a few years down the line, damn, everybody in my business. Nah, fam, you out here.
Hold them.
You know what I'm saying? This might as well be TV.
Man.
You know? So, you know, protect those who you love. Protect your interests.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Just as many people out there that's cheering you on, there's people that's praying for your downfall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's an equal share out there. You know what I mean? Probably more on the pessimist side. So, you know, protect your interests. You know, it's the same way. Like if you're going for a job, you don't tell every damn body which job you're going for. But them people are going to be the people that lining up against you too.
Yeah, you know they're going to try to take your job.
Exactly. If you don't hear from me, just understand that I'm still building. You know what I mean? Just understand that. You know, there's no need to put your business out there. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with, you know, the other thing is like with couples, you know, you put your lady out there, or, you know, for the ladies, you put your man out there, or whatever your partner is. You know what I'm saying? Somebody out there is waiting for y'all to downfall so they can go ahead and slide in them DMs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or they may be sliding in them DMs already, and, you know, they're trying to orchestrate something. But,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Protect your interests, man. Everybody ain't out there for you. You know what I
mean? 100%. And like I said, I just appreciate how y'all do things. You know, man. Like even Stephanie ain't one of them women that just be like, oh, my husband's the best husband ever. He bought me flowers because my flowers died. Like, yo, if they died, I mean, you weren't taking care of them. I don't know where the fuck we going with this, but whatever.
Nah, yeah, we're very much so protective. I mean, we only have a handful of people to know where we live. That's how protective we are.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about our address.
I know, you showed me one time. Nigga said he had the flu. It was pneumonia, and he didn't want me to come through. So, you know.
I was trying to protect you.
Trying to protect me. I can dig it. What is Cuz up to now, man?
And not much, you know, working, grinding, you know what I'm saying? Still trying to get to the next level, you know. Yeah. I'm in IT. I work for this great company in leadership. So I'm still, learning my craft and trying to get to the next level. We're 2 years away, 2 years removed from building a home. So what I'm saying, we're good. We're we're good.
That's the best thing, bro. I talk to you all the times. I just want other people to know.
Yeah. Man. Life is good. I'm watching the crazy times that we're in right now with COVID and the political world and all that.
That shit got close to you, right?
Yeah. My wife, she actually had it over Thanksgiving, and she's good now, but I mean it's scary. You know what I'm saying? The doctor tried to lie and said I had it. I'm like, I ain't had that shit. But nah, she actually went through it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the most helpless feelings as a spouse to see your significant other go through it. Feel it, because she didn't have to go to the hospital or anything, but just the fatigue and not feeling well and all that. It's like she said it pretty much is like basically it's like going to the gym and getting your ass whooped after going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already hurt from the workout. You know what I'm saying? That's the body aches.
Yeah.
And then somebody come up and beat the shit out of you, afterwards.
Right.
So she said she wouldn't wish that on her enemies, man. For real.
Nah, fuck with it, man. That's why I call myself pandemic proof. Well, yeah. I'm like, bro, I done been around people that had it and ain't called it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be an idiot about it though. It wasn't like I was on purpose. It wasn't like I was like, yo, you got COVID, let me get around you and show you I'm pandemic, bro. It's just like, I've been able to maneuver around it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if there's a vaccine, there's a couple vaccines out.
Yeah.
Are you willing to take any of them?
I'm open to it.
You open?
I'm definitely open to it. I'm waiting to see. First of all, I'm not, because they're phasing it into what class of people are getting and stuff. So I haven't had it yet, but I'm open to it. At the end of the day, we got to get back to normal.
Man.
I just want to see how many people are going to drop dead from it.
Bro. I'm over here watching.
Yeah, I think we had like 25 out of a few million.
Yeah,
had tragic effects of it, but so far so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got to get back to normal. So at the end of the day, what you're gonna do? Not take
that is.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
whatever normal is now. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, like, you gotta. I get the hesitancy with others, and a lot of people saying I'm not gonna take it. Here's my thing: what's your options? Either take it or don't take it. But understand there's a thing out here.
Well, Chris Rock got me because Chris Rock said something like, they were asking him if he's gonna take it, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take it." He's like, "I don't know what the fuck is in Benadryl. All I know is to get rid of my allergies."
That's fair.
And it's just like, oh, that's some real shit. But then Hank Aaron was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take this vaccine to prove to black people that that there's nothing to be afraid of," and he ended up fucking dying the next week. So I was just like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah, but Hank Aaron was like 90.
He was like 9,500 years old. I can dig it, bro.
But yeah, it's like, what's your, like, you're either going to take it, you're not going to take it. And the downside to not taking is that, okay, you may get infected. Right. Now, you're rolling the dice. You know what I'm saying? Because, they say, all right, you might come out all right. But I've known people personally, they ended up in the hospital, So it's like.
I got an aunt right now in the hospital. So
yeah. So, I mean, God bless you. Whatever you want to do. Me personally, as for me and mine, we probably going to take it.
I can dig it. Yeah. Well, I appreciate your time, my brother.
Hey, anytime, man. Anytime. I was wondering when I was going to get the invite.
Yeah, whatever, nigga. You ain't watching that now episode.
That's real.
He ain't supportive at all. I don't know what the fuck he trying to get across, man. Bro, I love you, man. I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have you back on here again. We gonna shoot shit. I just try to get people to know who other people are that I know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all can get connected or whatever through that way. And I appreciate your time. Like I said, it's all love here, man. It's the Lucious Williams Podcast, episode 5. They call me Q.
Yes, sir.
My big cuz.
Yes, sir.
Fuck with me.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Love you.
Hey, man. Love you too, bro.
All right.